guest of honors, esteemed participants, ladies and gentlemen, extending a very warm and gracious welcome to each and every one of you to this momentous occasion. We all know that this is a very significant event, and although we are not physically present together, I can already sense the enthusiasm, the excitement of all the participants who have joined with us and is a part of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to begin with a simple thought that somewhere right now there is an elderly person depending on someone else for help to sit up. And somewhere right now we have a patient who is depending on someone else, relying on a gentle hand for comfort more than medicine. And somewhere we have a family trusting on a caregiver with a responsibility of dignity, care and compassion. And compassion, therefore, in its truest essence, it's not just a profession, but it is a promise, it is a presence, and of course, it is humanity in action. And we all know that in today's world, compassion alone will not do good. And therefore, the caregiving in present world demands structure, skill, knowledge, and global standards. And that's where stories like today begin. Because every great change begins with a connection. It begins with a partnership, a connection between experience and aspiration, a connection between local dedication and global expertise. And today, we are here to witness one such powerful coming together. On one side, we have an institution rooted deeply in care and clinical excellence, Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving, shaping compassionate, skilled professionals here in India, an institution that understands and believes that caregiving is not just taught in classrooms, but learned through real experiences, real patience, and real responsibility. And on the other hand, we have a globally respected name, Training in Care. With decades of expertise and internationally recognized standards, they bring a system that ensures that caregiving is not just practiced, but it is perfected. And I can undoubtedly say that individually they represent excellence, and together they are going to represent something far greater, a bridge, a pathway, an opportunity for the aspiring caregivers to step beyond borders, to learn, to grow, and to become a part of the global workforce that's built not just on skill, but on compassion backed by competence. And that's what today is all about. It's not just a collaboration, it's not just a launch event, but the beginning of a global pathway for a career in caregiving. Ladies and gentlemen, let me once again avail this opportunity to wholeheartedly welcome each and every one of you to the special event marking announcement of a strategic collaboration between Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving India and Training in Care UK to deliver caregiving programs aligned with NCFE CACHE framework and launch of Level 3 Diploma in Adult Care. And we are truly privileged to have the valuable presence of Mr. Ashish Jain, CEO, Healthcare Sector Skill Council India, as our chief guest. And also we have several other distinguished participants whose presence and words will undoubtedly enrich this event. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to begin our formal proceedings and to light up our event with the first words to emphasize the vision behind the collaboration and genesis of the partnership, let me avail this opportunity to wholeheartedly welcome Mr. Thomas Chaku, an independent consultant and board member with over 30 plus years of experience of C-suite experience and entrepreneurial flair across health, social care, mobile telecoms, charity sector, specializing in strategy, transformation and scaling organizations. According a warm welcome to Mr. Thomas Chaku, sir, and requesting him to kindly take over the session.
Good day to our chief guest, Sri Ashish Jain. Career pathways in social care are unclear or seemingly limited. Trust, consistency, and quality vary across systems, between the care deliverer and the care receiver. These are not just system problems, they are human problems. What brings us together today is a shared belief that health and social care should not stand apart, but stand together. That caregiving is not just a job, but a respected, skilled, and rewarding profession. That caregiving is not, I'm repeating this again, this is very important, that caregiving is not just a job, but a respected, skilled, and rewarding profession. That by working collaboratively across organizations, across disciplines, and across borders, we can create greater trust, stronger standards, clearer career progressions, and ultimately better outcomes for the people we serve. This collaboration did not begin as a transaction. It began with conversations. Conversations rooted in shared values, a commitment to quality, a belief in continuous learning, and a genuine desire to do better for both carers and those they support. From the UK, Training in Care, led by Dr. Angela Brown, brings deep expertise in workforce development, training standards, and professionalization of care. From India, Guardian Angel Homecare and the Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving, led by Mr. Tom George, bring practical excellence in care delivery and a strong foundation in training within the community. What became immediately clear was this: although we come from different cultures and systems, we share the same purpose. And from that shared purpose, this partnership was born. This is more than a collaboration between organizations. It is a bridge. It is a bridge between health and social care, between theory and practice, between training and real-world delivery, and importantly, between the UK and India. Together, we are launching a UK-aligned training program here in Kerala, India, designed not just to educate, but to elevate the profession. A program that supports skill development, career mobility, international standards, and lifelong learning. Why does it matter? It matters because care is a people business. It is built on trust, compassion, and competence. And behind every system, every service, every touch, there are real people. Families seeking reassurance, individuals needing dignity and support, carers wanting purpose, respect, and growth. If we get this right, we don't just fill workforce gaps, we transform lives. To close, I would like to say that today is the start of something long-term. A commitment to learning from one another, a commitment to raising standards together, and a commitment to ensuring that care, wherever it is delivered, is something we can all trust. Thank you to everyone who has made this possible, and thank you for being part of this journey.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that every story deserves a moment where vision turns into reality. What began as an idea has now taken shape as a meaningful collaboration that brings together expertise, purpose, and global standards. And now, marking the special milestone, here we are about to formally and officially announce the collaboration through a video. Ladies and gentlemen, requesting you all to kindly direct your attention for the video marking the announcement of collaboration between Guardian Angel and Training in Care. Right there, we saw a glimpse into what the future of caregiving education can look like when the right forces come together. As was rightly quoted by Mr. Thomas Chago, this is going to be a long-term journey, marking the shared commitment for elevating the caregiving landscape. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to make a swift transition to one of the most significant moments of the event, here I am availing this opportunity to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Ashish Jain, CEO, Healthcare Sector Skill Council. With an illustrious career spanning over 2 decades, he has played a pivotal role in shaping the healthcare skilling ecosystem in India, working across government, industry, and academia. Through his leadership, significant strides have been made in strengthening training, certification, industry alignment, ensuring that healthcare professionals are truly job ready. His contributions during the critical times, including the pandemic, and his continued efforts towards advancing Skill India mission, make his presence in the event truly meaningful. Now, let me request our chief guest, Sri Ashish Jain, to kindly deliver the address and also to marshal the launch announcement of NCFE CACHE Level 3 Diploma in Adult Care. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for that generous introduction. I would like to say that this is my privilege to be here today and announce this collaboration. I'll start by thanking Tom George for inviting us for this event today. I think this is an important event where we are collaborating with UK counterparts in seeing how we can deliver the caregiving qualification in India recognized by UK. As in India, we are advancing through a definitive phase of growth journey, which we all are aware. With one of the youngest population globally, we are positioned to convert our demographic strength into a competitive advantage, and so particularly in healthcare. I believe in healthcare, probably our country is known for providing healthcare workforce to the globe, be it doctors, nurses, healthcare assistants, allied health. So India is the front runner in providing those healthcare workforce to the entire globe. As the global demand for quality healthcare service continue to rise, India is increasingly recognized as a reliable source for skilled and compassionate professionals. As Thomas also mentioned, caregiving is a compassionate job, not only the skills. This is an opportunity which is underpinned by robust, evolving skills ecosystem designed to ensure quality, standardization, and global relevance. And just to give a little brief overview of the structure of the skill ecosystem in India, and I'm sure some of you may be aware, but even at the cost of repetition, uh, the overall arcing framework is being designed by the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, which is headed by a union cabinet minister in India. And then there are multiple entities within the ministry which works on developing these skills. They have multiple sector skill councils, and we are representing the healthcare sector skill council today. Similarly, there are multiple sector skill council for different economic sectors which are available, and as I believe same was for UK as well. We work with different industry partners to see how the qualifications are drafted, because these are employment focused qualification what we create. The intent is to see that we take the view of employer, so that these people who are trained on these qualifications becomes employable from day one, and what we intend to say is they're job ready from day one rather than being trained again in the employing organization. One of the key enablers for all the skill ecosystem is probably the National Skills Qualification Framework, which guides the entire qualification framework in terms of the NSQF levels, the competencies which are there, the kind of roles which can be played, etc. So this is the basic qualification framework which is followed across the sector now for developing the competency-based qualifications. This facilitates lifelong learning, mobility across different education pathways, and recognition of prior learning. And I'm sure you must be aware now that the NSQF levels are being adopted by multiple the education bodies which are rated in India, like UGC and AICT, which also are following the NSQF framework now for their qualifications as well. Caregiving, the topic of today, I think is a very, very important subject. And I would say that it could be looked from the angle that there's a importance which is given by the government of India for caregiving, that it has found place in the union budget of 2026, where the Indian government has committed to train 150,000 caregivers in this coming year for different verticals of caregiving, including geriatric, adult care, the child care, and so palliative care, and so on and so forth. We just in the morning had a meeting in terms of how this trainings can be imparted, these qualifications can be imparted to caregivers, and we are working with the ministry to see that this caregiving training can be provided across country to meet the requirement across the country. And not only the country, probably we are looking to see how people can meet the requirement globally as well, which is one of the criteria probably we are looking for from this collaboration as well. Globally, I think healthcare is going under a change and a shift, that lot technology is being utilized today in delivery of healthcare, and so is it is coming into the education and caregiving part as well. I think what we need to look at is how do we train our caregivers to use technology as well, in addition to their caregiving, the compassion. But I think we need to be more aware of the latest technology, wearables, etc., so that we are up to date with the technology and can provide the best of the caregiving to the patients. We are looking at the future workforce in healthcare, which is a combination of technology and human capability, which is digital health, artificial intelligence, telemedicine, all are redefining the service delivery today. I am not undermining the importance of empathy and communication, which remains central anyway. But in addition to that, probably that's another bit which we need to look at. At the same time, what we also look at the shortages which we are looking across the globe today in the healthcare human resources, not even on the caregiving, but nurses and doctors as well. So while we are doing this, we may have to look at how can we actually work towards fulfilling those global shortages through these programs and such programs, so that it becomes a relevant program not only for India, for the globe as well. And I think India is very well placed, positioned right now given that the demographic advantage what we have, that youth of India can be trained for global market as well today. And that's what the focus of Skill India mission is also. I think we look forward to this NCFE Level 3 Diploma in Adult Care in India. This is, I am told, a globally recognized qualification which represent an important step in benchmarking international standards for caregiving. So we are looking forward to the delivery of this program in India and learn from it as well. We will also suggest that we should look at the collaboration between the healthcare qualifications of India and UK, what is being delivered. If this can also happen, probably that will be mutually beneficial for both Indian students, global markets, and the UK organizations as well. So that's what we should look for and strive for. How can two countries, the skills framework qualifications can come together and train for global markets? That is something which I would leave on the table for thoughts to our counterparts who have joined from UK today. As I said, this is not only a skilling journey for our domestic demand, but we look forward to contribute to the global workforce need. And this announcement today, this collaboration today, we look into in that alignment to see that how we not only train for India, but for the global needs. And I'm being told that these qualifications are well recognized across the globe. If that is the case, probably I think we look forward to placing or mobilizing more and more students for global markets and India as well. So thank you everyone for listening to this, and congratulations to all the partners who have come together for this momentous project today. With this, I'm also given a responsibility by Tom to launch this event officially. I'm very delighted to formally announce the launch of the NCFE CACHE Level 3 Diploma in Adult Care in India, to be delivered through this partnership between Training in Care UK and the Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving. I extend my best wishes to all involved in this initiative, and I will look forward to collaborating with you in future as well. Thank you, everyone.
It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Jonathan Ledger, Global Technical and Vocational Education and Training Skills and Professional Body Specialist for UK Government's Department for Business and Trade. With extensive experience in policy design, stakeholder engagement and program delivery, he has consistently worked towards aligning education and training with evolving needs of the economy. His strategic approach to strengthening talent pipelines makes his insight truly valuable for our event today. And now we are pleased to present an address which was sent by Mr. Jonathan Ledger to grace his presence for the celebration that we are having here today, and seeking the kind attention of all the participants to watch the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, partners and friends, I'm Jonathan Ledger, Skills and Professional Body Specialist at the UK Department for Business and Trade, based in London. It is a real pleasure to be with you today to celebrate the launch of the International Centre in India by Training in for Care Limited in partnership with Guardian Angels and the Guardian Angels Institute of Care. Today is more than about an opening of a centre. It is a shared commitment between the UK and India to invest in people, in skills, and in the long-term workforce development that creates opportunity, dignity, and sustainable careers. This is a moment of real significance. It reflects the ambition of the UK-India partnership under Vision 2035, a partnership grounded not only in trade and investment, but in peoples, in skills, and in shared prosperity. to deepen collaboration on education, skills and mobility and innovation, and to ensure that growth is inclusive, sustainable and future focused. India and the UK face common challenges and opportunities. We live in a world of changing demographics. We have rising demand for quality services, and we share a clear understanding that skills are a foundation of resilience and growth. The UK-India partnership between our two countries is a partnership that recognises the power of talent, of expertise and of practical skills that will shape inclusive growth. What we see today is that partnership brought to life in one of the most important sectors of all, in the care sector. Care is central to social well-being, economic participation and community trust. It is also a sector that demands professionalism, high standards and continuous skills development. As expectations rise, care must be delivered by a workforce that is trained, valued and supported. This is where sector-specific practical skills matter. The model being launched here recognises something essential, that credible high-quality training must be rooted in real practice, in clear standards and strong employer engagement. It values vocational excellence, workplace competence and progression, not as alternatives to success, but as some of the most reliable routes to sustainable careers. For the UK, this reflects a broader shift in how we think about skills. We increasingly understand that strong economies are built not only through academic pathways, but through technical and vocational routes that respond directly to labour market needs. Care is a perfect example of this, where the skills, the values and the professional standards directly translate into better outcomes for individuals, for families and communities. For India, this speaks as a partnership to opportunity at scale. A young dynamic workforce combined with internationally aligned training creates pathways into quality employment both domestically and globally. It supports social mobility, women's participation in the workforce and the professionalism of care roles that are too often undervalued. For both countries, the UK-India collaboration in workforce development offers something uniquely powerful: the ability to co-create systems rather than export a one-size-fits-all model. Training in Care and Guardian Angels have understood this perfectly. This centre is not about copy and pasting, it is about adapting UK quality standards to a local context, working with employers, with trainers, with learners to ensure the relevance, the quality and credibility of the courses. This is exactly how long-term partnerships succeed. What makes this launch especially important is its focus on end-to-end pathways, from training into employment, from entry levels through progression, leadership and specialism. People don't just need jobs, they need futures. They need to see how skills grow, how experience is recognised and how professionalism is rewarded. This centre represents trust between partners, trust in shared standards, trust in quality assurance, trust that when we invest in people properly, the returns are social, economic and human. So today, we celebrate that milestone and we look forward. We look forward to deeper UK-India collaboration on skills. Once again, congratulations to Training in Care Limited, Guardian Angels Homecare and Guardian Angel Institute of Care on this important launch. May this stand as a model for what thoughtful, value-led international partnerships between two countries can achieve. I wish you all the best for your launch. Thank you very much indeed.
And now, as we proceed further, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that behind every strong initiative lies credibility, and behind credibility there lies a trusted framework. And now, to help us understand the strength and the global recognition of qualifications involved, we are now about to listen to the words from Ms. Julie Hyde, Director, External and Regulatory Affairs at NCFE. She is the head of the International Skills at NCFE and CACHE, where she spearheads the global development and delivery of vocational qualifications in education and healthcare. With a wealth of experience in international educational systems, she has been instrumental in building strong global partnerships, expanding access to high-quality training, and supporting workforce development across diverse regions. And now, let's listen into the valuable words from Ms. Julie.
Hello everyone, I'm really pleased to be joining you today to talk about accreditation, recognition and the credibility that sits behind NCFE and CACHE qualifications, particularly as we continue to grow our international partnerships. NCFE is an educational charity with over 175 years of heritage in technical and vocational education. That history matters. It underpins the trust placed in our qualifications by regulators, employers and education providers, both in the UK and beyond. Today, we work with more than 4,500 centres and support hundreds of thousands of learners each year, offering qualifications regulated across the United Kingdom from entry level through to level 6 and internationally and beyond. Alongside this, the CACHE brand brings a globally respected reputation, particularly across early years education and care. CACHE has long been recognised as a gold standard in these sectors, and together, NCFE and CACHE represent both specialist expertise and strong regulatory credibility. It's therefore with great pride and a strong sense of shared purpose that we announce a strategic and genuinely groundbreaking agreement between Training in UK and the Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving. In direct response to the spirit of the UK-India Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement and the growing importance of mutual recognition of vocational standards, Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving will now serve as the exclusive Indian delivery partner for the Level 3 Diploma in Care, a programme developed by Training in Care UK and recognised and certified by NCFE. This partnership is a powerful example of how UK regulated qualifications can be delivered internationally without compromising on quality. While training takes place locally in India, it is underpinned by UK standards, oversight and quality assurance, ensuring that every learner meets the same expectations as those trained in the UK. In sectors such as health and social care, that credibility is essential. Employers need confidence in the competence of their workforce, and learners need qualifications that genuinely open doors. This model creates a strong pipeline of skilled, work-ready professionals aligned to both UK and international care standards. More broadly, it reflects the growing global relevance of NCFE and CACHE qualifications, supporting progression into employment, further study and international opportunity. Ultimately, accreditation and recognition are about trust, and this partnership demonstrates how we continue to extend that trust globally while maintaining the quality, integrity and heritage that define NCFE and CACHE. Thank you very much and enjoy the
I consider it as a true honor to introduce a truly inspiring personality whose journey reflects excellence and transformative impact. None other than Dr. Usha Titus, Chairperson and Managing Director of ASAP Kerala. An MBBS and MD graduate from CMC Vellore and a distinguished civil servant who had led key sectors like medical education, social welfare and environment. She has represented India at the global level, contributing to G20 negotiations, and under her leadership, ASAP Kerala has become a national model for skill development and employability with initiatives supporting safe global migration for youth. She has shared her address with us for this event, and now let's listen in.
Respected Mr. Ashish Jain, Mr. Jonathan Ledger, Ms. Julie Hyde, Ms. Angela Brown, Mr. Tom George, Professor Derek Watson, Mr. Thomas Charco, representatives from ASAP Kerala, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me state that I am very sorry for not being able to be there in person amongst you at the start of a journey that promises to be a game changer in the area of fair and legal mobility of skilled caregivers. The future of work is no longer confined by geography. It is defined by skills, standards, and the strength of global partnerships. I congratulate the Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving and the Guardian Angel Homecare for this timely step, alongside the UK partners Training in Care, NCFE, and Council for Awards in Care, Health and Education. I represent the government role in creating the ecosystem for enabling youth and companies to seize the opportunities that are arising in the country and in the global market. Global careers are not built on an aspiration basis alone. They require a foundation of standards and quality. ASAP Kerala is a company created by the Department of Higher Education of the Government of Kerala to do three things in this area. One, as an agency recognized by the National Council for Vocational Education and Training as an assessing body and awarding agency, to design and implement industry relevant training programs that can also award credits to students, to create pathways through demand-based training, and three, create mobility through international linkages, as we are licensed by MEA as a recruiting agent. We regard the Memorandum of Understanding between ASAP Kerala and the Guardian Angel Institute as a cornerstone of this effort. The MOU facilitates the placements in UK of the alumni who have acquired the relevant caregiving qualification, which in this case is the NCFE CACHE Level 3 Diploma in Adult Care in India. International partnerships in the skilling ecosystem should more than facilitate migration. They should bring global benchmarks closer to our learners in a world where demographic transitions affect human resources. We believe that by adopting the regulated qualifications, we are not just preparing students for the United Kingdom, but we are bringing the same high standards of care to our own families and communities in India. And that precisely is the way we shall plan our pipeline of talent for mobility. The Guardian Angel Institute has been and will continue to mobilize candidates, emphasizing that caregiving is a highly skilled work that offers dignity of work and holds the society together. The Level 3 Diploma is a credible qualification that can be the start of a life-changing and growing career. All students will be placed in India for the first 2 years or more, so that our communities get the skilled workers as well. Thereafter, the interested and experienced caregivers shall be given the opportunity to go abroad. Once we establish such a pipeline, it will put in place a skilled global workforce that can move back as well and which can be emulated in other sectors as well. Kerala has always been a source of educated workforce for the world. Today, through this partnership, Kerala hopes to become a hub of high-quality caregiving talent trained in global benchmarks. I understand that there are learners in this audience. My best wishes to all of you as you enter this career that cannot be cut short by artificial intelligence, but will empower you and the society at large. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were listening to the valuable words from Dr. Usha Titus, and she has taken us through the role of government in enabling global careers and the institutional value of international skilling partnerships. On behalf of all the participants attending our event, expressing a heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Usha Titus for her valuable words which truly enriched our celebrations here today. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, at the core of this initiative lies a commitment to raising standards in caregiving education on a global scale. And now, to speak about this vision and its impact, I consider it as my pride, privilege in welcoming Dr. Angela Brown, Chief Executive Officer, Training in Care, UK. She is a leading expert in health and social care workforce development, and she founded Training in Care over 26 years ago. And today, with over 26 years of experience in adult and child care training, Training in Care stands tall for the flexible, tutor-supported learning models. She holds a doctorate in workforce development and specializes in strategic modeling of care pathways and professional training. She also serves as an advisor to the UK Department of Health and Social Care and has supported multiple European Union nations in strengthening the social care system. According a warm welcome to Dr. Angela Brown to this beautiful event and requesting Dr. Angela Brown to kindly take over the session.
Greetings from the UK. It's on a very cold morning, actually. It's about 8 degrees outside here, hence the jumper. Greetings, everybody, and I'd like to start with my presentation on something that I think we can all recognise. Do I start from the beginning? Apologies, we're having a little bit of difficulty at this end. I'm just waiting for the slide to change. Right. For this joint vision on this quality framework that we have been talking about, I wanted to start with some words that I think that we can all recognise and all share. We all want to live in a place we call home, with the people we love and communities where we look out for each other, doing the things that matter to us. It's a shared ambition across the globe, and one where Training in Care, Guardian Angels Healthcare and Guardian Angels Institute of Care are collaborating to achieve a quality framework which ensures that those who we need care but wish to remain in their own homes receive consistent standards. And how do we rise to this shared vision? We talk an awful lot about sharing operations and sharing expectations, and both countries have done that very successfully. What this shared vision is basing itself on is really about people. It's about listening. So by listening to what people and our customers, our people's shared lives, their needs and the staff needs, we hope to respond to that effectively. The most important thing I want to reiterate today is that we share values and ethics and ambition. So this isn't based, I think, as was previously mentioned, this isn't based on a business background initially. It's based on a shared value background. What do we want for people? What do we want for people who live in their own homes? So that those ethics and values are very central to all the discussions that we've been having in the last 18 months. The joint venture has the backing of, as you've heard from Jonathan Ledger from the UK Skills, you've also heard from Julie Hyde from the NCFE UK awarding body, and we will be listening to the University of Sunderland coming up, and it's based on something that the company has done in the UK for a while. So we have been awarded a knowledge transfer partnership by the UK government through Innovate UK. And what this is doing is it looks at how a small or how any company can look at what they deliver and how can they innovate, how can they share best practice, and how can they respond to employers and the people in their care. Thank you. So we've been talking now for about 18 months, backwards and forwards. We've shared data, we've shared approaches, we're looking at each other and what we do. And with the support of the NCFE, we want to create this international global offer to deliver this qualification. And to do that, we need to listen. We need to listen to what the practice is in the UK, what the skills are in India. We need to look at what the framework is in India and the UK. And by looking at this, we are hoping to take the best practice and demonstrate that we're listening to people. Most important thing is lived experience and the listening to people. So how do we know if we've achieved this? Well, we'll be sharing outcomes and data, as I've said before. That's really important. But we look at how the tools that we're currently using and how the approaches that we're currently enabling us to work, how we are taking that intelligence to listen to the gaps in our society and to how we respond to those, both for employers, but most importantly for those people who receive care. So we need that shared. We need to have evidence that any early intervention that we take on does support the people with choice. Choice to end your life or live your life in the way that you want to live it. Not in the way that things are done to people, but in the way that things enable people to be in control, in charge of what they do. And what we're hoping to do with this is to also lessen some of the reliance on the healthcare system, which is very, very under a lot of pressure in the UK. But we also know that the healthcare system shares a lot of skills that we share. What we don't have presently in the care sector is a true progression pathway for people who deliver care so that they can have much more valuable, recognised skills, lives, and some progression into further education. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you share this vision with us.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, with utmost happiness, pleasure, excitement and proud, here let me welcome Mr. Tom George, founder and managing director of Guardian Angel Homecare and executive director of Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving, to deliver his address.
Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, friends who have joined from different parts of the world. My journey in home healthcare did not begin as a business idea. It began with a personal experience. An experience that made me realize that when families need care at the most, they deserve professionalism, not uncertainty. As we stepped into this space, one thing became very clear. Caregiving is one of the most important services in the society, yet one of the least structured. No consistent standards, no accountability, and very limited career pathways. And that gap needed to be addressed. In Guardian Angel Homecare, we made a conscious decision. We did not want to be part of that unorganized system. We wanted to redefine it. So we built our model based on 3 core principles: best practices, quality assurance, and continuity of care. Yeah. And we built an organization that delivers social care, nursing care, and medical care to individuals in need at their homes, with nurse-led assessments, strong clinical protocols, and technology-enabled transparency. We created a system that families could trust. And that journey led us to become the first quality accredited home healthcare organization in South India and the first in Kerala. Over time, we expanded our capabilities. Today, we deliver a comprehensive portfolio of services under nursing care at home, mother and child care, medical care at home, and specialized diagnostic services, from simple assignments to very high intensity complex care, from a few hours to care that lasts many years. Today, our humble initiative across 5 cities has served over 4,000 patients, with more than 200 clients receiving care every day, delivered by passionate team of over 350 care professionals and support staff. What makes this work is simple: people, process, and technology. Carefully selected, trained, medically screened caregivers and nurses, documented best practices, and technology-enabled care delivery. And this commitment to excellence led us to become the first and only home healthcare organization in South Asia to be part of Stanford Seed Transformation Program. But along the way, we discovered something more significant. Quality care cannot be delivered without quality caregivers. And that insight led to the creation of Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving, with a vision to create a global center of excellence in caregiving studies. And that brings us to today. This collaboration between Training in Care UK and Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving India is not just about launch of a program. It is about creating a pathway where training meets global standards, where learning is rooted in real world practice, and where caregivers can build meaningful careers both in India and globally. Caregiving is not just a job. It is a profession of dignity, responsibility, and human value. If we do this right, we will not just create jobs, we will create futures. From Kerala, India, to the world. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we are about to listen to valuable words of yet another inspiring personality who is known for his significant contributions to teaching, research, and academic leadership. Professor Derek Watson from School of Business, University of Sunderland. With extensive experience in business and management education, his work is deeply focused on enhancing organizational performance and strengthening leadership practices. He has also played a pivotal role in shaping academic programs that equip PhD graduates to confidently navigate and excel in today's dynamic global business environment. Let us now take a moment to listen to the valuable words from Professor Derek Watson.
Hello, my name is Dr. Derek Watson, Associate Professor at the University of Sunderland, Faculty of Business and Technology. And it gives me great pleasure to be attending this momentous occasion in which Training in Care based in the United Kingdom, the northeast of England, are working together with Guardian Angels based in India. This is a unique relationship and one which I feel will flourish with the commitment, and I have no doubt, the solid commitment of both sides in providing quality and impact, not just to the delegates, but to the wider community on a global scale with regards to care in the community. The University of Sunderland is a very successful university, and we pride ourselves on that success in embracing opportunities. And one such opportunity is that with the Training in Care organisation. The university has aligned its vision, values and brand, which fit very neatly within Training in Care's value, vision and brand as well. And together, we are going to be developing a long-term relationship with Training Care, and hopefully with the new partnership between Training Care and Guardian Angels. Now, the university is already working actively with Training Care with a major project funded by the UKRI called the Management Knowledge Transfer Partnership. This is a 2-year project in which we've sourced a skilled associate to work in Training Care under the supervision of myself and Dr. David Nelson, both from the University of Sunderland. And we are working on 2 distinct projects with Training Care. One, to increase the portfolio of operations of Training Care, who has been operating in the Northeast for 26 years and working with other organisations throughout the UK. But what we want to do is we want to elevate Training Care to certainly be international. So this is an ideal launchpad with Guardian Angels, Training Care and the university to embrace a collective opportunity. Now, the project will also involve recalibrating Training Care's learning platform, and that requires a distinct skill set on pedagogical approaches, slide design, and in making sure that the candidates, the global candidates, can embrace the knowledge which is generated from Training Care. Now, furthermore, the University of Sunderland isn't just content with having that one relationship with Training Care, because over the years, the Business School and the School of Health Sciences has also worked very closely together. And what we want to do is we are in the closing stages of creating, and this is what's unique also about today, it's creating a unique pathway so students who graduate from Training Care's accredited courses, globally recognised, then will have a progression route through the University of Sunderland and embarking on a degree pathway. And it is our ambition, the University of Sunderland and Training Care, and no doubt liaising with Guardian Angels in the future, to develop a master's pathway, and then possibly beyond the master's pathway, a doctoral pathway, whereby candidates can start at this international centre and in the future, hopefully, progress through the accredited courses of Training Care into the University of Sunderland, through the undergraduate degree route, to the postgraduate degree route, and then finally ending with a doctoral dissertation thesis on an aspect of care in the community with regards to individuals who want to progress. Now, this is an ambitious plan, but once again, we're already in deep discussions with Training Care to make sure that that is ratified, accredited, and we actually start recruiting students in the very near future. So today is a monumental event, the bringing of the UK training provider, Training Care, and the Indian training provider in care, Guardian Angels, together to collaborate and to grow and to carry forward the vision, values and brand of Training Care for all 26 years, ensuring that it isn't just the businesses that expand and grow and employ additional people, but very much the key is to disseminate best practice in the community. And I'm sure we'll achieve that on an international basis, and both businesses will grow whilst watching the global community equally expand and grow as well. So on behalf of the University of Sunderland, I wish you a very successful event, and hopefully I will speak to you in the future, Thomas. Thank you and goodbye.
And yes, now to propose the vote of thanks, let me take the pride, privilege in welcoming Mr. Thomas, Director, Guardian Angel Institute of Caregiving. In fact, yet another angel that we have in our house who is protecting the values and leading Guardian Angel forward. Welcoming Mr. Thomas to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, partners and colleagues, it is an honor and privilege to be before you, even virtually, to propose the vote of thanks for this landmark occasion. As we conclude this formal ceremony, marking the commencement of the collaboration between Training in Care UK, Guardian Angel Group, that is both Guardian Angel Institute and Guardian Angel Homecare, and the launch of the NCFE CACHE Level 3 Diploma in Adult Care, I am here with a deep sense of gratitude. Today is not merely the end of a ceremony, but the beginning of the meaningful work we have committed to undertake. This milestone has been nearly 2 years in the making. It is the result of tireless dedication to establishing the NCFE CACHE Level 3 Diploma in Adult Care here in India. While we celebrate the beginning today, we also recognize that the path ahead will require even greater focus and commitment to realize our vision of global caregiving excellence. Our sincere gratitude should go out to many people. The support of the governments on both sides have been instrumental and needed in taking such a collaboration forward. We thank all the members from the government of both countries. We are thankful for the governmental support that we got for this collaboration both in India and from the UK. To our chief guest, Mr. Ashish Jain, CEO of Healthcare Sector Skill Council. First of all, thank you for inaugurating this event. Thank you for your insightful address on India's skill ecosystem and the growing need that we need to look at, not only in India, but overseas as well. Your guidance and motivations are invaluable as we move forward with this and future programs. To Dr. Usha Titus, MD, ASAP Kerala, we're grateful for your timely message and the institutional support that you represent. Your encouragement will pave the way for international opportunities through skilling partnership that benefit our alumni. We thank you for taking this time out to send us your message. We extend our thanks to Mr. Jonathan Ledger for sharing the UK-India strategic perspective and for the support of the UK Department for Business and Trade. As you mentioned, this collaboration is just the beginning of many more partnerships between India and the UK. And we are proud to be pioneers in this roadmap of 2030. We appreciate your time in sending us your message. To the NCFE team, Especially thank you to Ms. Julie Hyde for highlighting the recognition of the NCFE CACHE qualification. This is indeed a significant milestone for the caregiving diploma in India, and we are grateful for the trust you have placed in our collaboration to deliver the standards and quality you expect. Our thanks also to Mr. Michael Potts for his invaluable support in bringing this accreditation to fruition and for guiding us throughout the process, including being on our calls and in clarifications. To Professor Derek Watson from the University of Sunderland, thank you for outlining the academic pathway that will benefit our students as well as the career growth prospects in the healthcare sector and the ongoing KTP with TIC. We're grateful for your guidance in supporting our collaboration. To Dr. Angela Brown, thank you, Angela, for your unwavering support and the many late nights calls over the past 2 years. Late night here, sorry, in India. Your dedication to this partnership and your commitment to building a strong quality framework have made this collaboration possible. We look forward to a fruitful and long-term relationship between TIC and the Guardian Angel Group. To Mr. Thomas Chacko, you have been the bridge that connected us. Your deep understanding of both training in care and the Guardian Angel Group, as well as your insight into Indian and the UK ethos, has enabled this partnership to flourish. We sincerely thank you for bringing us together. The team behind the scenes. Success of this magnitude is never a solo effect. We owe a deep debt of gratitude to the dedicated teams at TIC and the Guardian Angel Group who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to manage logistics, coordination, upholding the excellence we witness today. And to the team that has made this possible, the background camera team, the internet team, and all those. We also extend a heartfelt thanks to our invited guests who joined us virtually via Zoom and YouTube. Your presence has added to the global significance of this launch. Finally, I would like to thank Mr. Tom George and the entire leadership team for their vision of creating a global center of excellence in caregiving. Guardian Angels that was born from his personal experiences has now become a standard bearer and frontrunner in the industry in India. To everyone who joined us for this program and participated in various segments of this broadcast, thank you for being part of this historic beginning. Thank you again.
Wholeheartedly thanking Mr. Thomas for that wonderful words of gratitude, and once again, we are here taking a moment to acknowledge and appreciate the presence of all the eminent personalities whose presence have made this momentous occasion truly a splendid one. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is time for us to draw a close to this landmark occasion. From insightful addresses on skill development and workforce readiness to global perspectives on healthcare and caregiving, the powerful collaboration have truly highlighted the importance of building a competent, a compassionate, and future-ready workforce. The ideas shared by our esteemed speakers have reinforced a common vision of creating opportunities and empowering individuals. On behalf of the organizers, let me once again express our sincere gratitude to all our distinguished guests, speakers, and all the participants for your patience listening. So ladies and gentlemen, here is to the beautiful journey of Guardian Angel and training in care. Thank you so much everybody for being a part of our journey. Have a wonderful time ahead. Thank you very much.